Board met in executive session to discuss a matter involving the employment, appointment, termination of employment, terms and conditions of employment, evaluation of performance, promotion, or discipline of a specific employee of the district. Is there any items that anyone would like to be pulled and voted on separately? Hearing none, recommend approve, or can I have a motion to approve personnel items A through E?
So moved, Janelle Ressler.
Seconded, Dwayne Sullivan.
Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. Under curriculum, co-curriculum policy, is there any items anyone wants to be pulled?
Pull A and B, please.
Can I have a motion to approve the elementary steel science pilot curriculum resource?
So moved, Janelle Ressler.
Is there a second?
Second, Mary Brennan.
Any discussion?
Yes. I did have a chance to listen to the presentation that Dr. Berryman gave and Mr. Moran gave on this at the curriculum meeting. And I think we had some fill-in. I want to thank Dr. Berryman for this. Some fill-in information on costs. These kits for the teachers, are they $520 per classroom? And how many classrooms will it be?
It is per classroom, and 3, 4, and 5 each have 2 teachers.
So 10. So this is going to be a yearly cost of 10 times $520?
No, so a lot of those materials are sustainable.
Oh, okay,
There's
okay.
So just a small amount that would be consumables that we would have to replenish, but it's not.
But the original cost would be 10 times 520.
Yes.
Okay, and you say to implement it, it's $2,099 after the pilot.
After the pilot.
After the
yes.
pilot, and is that per year?
Yes.
Okay. Is there any proven track record with this program that makes you really want to invest not only our pilot program in it, but possibly keeping it going? I mean, and I know this is stepping forward, asking your opinion on this, because I don't know a whole lot about the STEELS program. I just listened to what Mr. Moran said and what you talked about.
So STEELS is still fairly new. We just got the STEELS standards and have been implementing those in the last year or 2. So Mystery Science, I'm going to have Mr. Moran jump in here as well, has aligned their curriculum resources to STEELS standards. So to say like proven track record for STEELS, we don't have that yet. Nobody does. If anybody tells you they do, they don't, because we've only had it for 2 years. But one of the things they do, like some of the other states have used very similar STEELS standards. And so like the information they do provide to us is how they've done in other states who have very similar standards, and then have aligned it to the Pennsylvania STEELS standards.
So I would just pick up and follow that our goal right now is exploring this, because again, our goal is to get a K-5 curriculum so we can have consistency across the board in our science instruction, as well as our science assessments. Obviously, we do have to respond to what the state's asking us to do, and we do have to adapt. This year will be the first year that it's a non-pilot year for the state, because remember last year students were tested in a pilot cohort for science, so the scores really didn't come out. So this year will be the official test of that, and we're looking to find something that's cost effective, that will support what our students and our staff needs. And part of the key of the pilot is for us to get a chance to dig into it deeply, to find out really, is this something that we want to do in the future, or is there other alternatives that we continue to explore and look at. But right now, Mystery Science is something we want to explore more based on our preliminary feedback. So that's what we're asking the board to give us permission to continue our exploration of that.
So right now, there's no cost to the district.
No.
It's just merely, just getting it, trying it out, seeing if the staff administration like it, if it's working for our students. I know I've done research, and from what I've seen, like as an educator, I think this is fantastic. So I think it's, you guys found a great
We're hoping.
a great thing,
That's
hopefully.
our hope.
I mean, I'm anxious to hear what you think about it as you're using it, if it passes.
And to follow up on Ms. Ressler's comment too, I'm glad she said that. I really would like to know, when we get to a certain point with the pilot program, how well it's working, so we know to move forward maybe with the costs involved in keeping it.
Sure. Yeah, and that's part of the upcoming feedback that will come after the pilot as we get into March, April, May. Once we're at that place where, what kind of decision do we want to do going forward, if we want to continue on or not. Part of it also is to potentially go visit a school that is in the area that is using that this year as part of a curriculum. And just, again, get the feedback, see and find out, what benefits that they're seeing with their students. Just give the example, the West York School District is currently adopted this as their curriculum, and they're, having it implemented for this school year. So hoping that Ms. Collins, who used to be one of your third grade teachers, who's now an assistant principal at Trimmer Elementary in their school district, I'm hoping to leverage that relationship to maybe get an opportunity to go over and speak to them a little bit more, if it's something that we feel like we need to do. I don't want to go if it's not something we're willing to explore, it's something we're really looking to do. So to get together feedback and gather as much information as we can from people who are actually what we're asking to do.
And Dr. Berry, maybe you can answer this, Mr. Moran. Are we obligated to continue this program if we pilot it? Let's say we find out, and I'm not saying we are, that it's not gonna work.
Right, and then that'll be our result, that'll be the feedback that I would give
Okay.
you, is we went through the pilot, doesn't appear to be meeting the needs that we're looking at for reasons A, B, and C. Okay, so now where do we pivot and what do we want to look at? Because again, we continue to explore and look at other options as well, so we're not locking ourselves into this, it's just on the preliminary side, it does appear to be providing us some good head starts to what we're looking to do. So, that's part of the pilot is see the next step.
Any further discussion?
I just want to say, the board always gets feedback for pilot programs and anything else.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Say no. Motion carries. Can I have a motion to approve the course selection guide changes?
So moved, Mary Redmond.
Is there a second?
Second, Daniel Brennan. Sure you can.
Any discussion?
Yeah. In sitting again through the curriculum meeting recently, I had some concerns, Dr. Berryman, about ending study hall and shortening class time to make this move to join, since the middle school and high school are gonna be joined. I think we're gonna lose a period.
So, and they're gonna present to you in January, but the high school is currently an 8-period day, and they're 41-minute periods. The schedule that they are looking at will still be 8 periods, but the 7-course period day will actually increase to 45 minutes.
Okay.
And then it'll be a 30-minute intervention flex period.
And what happens in the flex period?
Reteaching, reassessment, small group interventions, that type of thing. And we'll get into more of that in January.
Okay. I just had some concerns because study hall is very important, at least when I was in high school, it was.
Yeah, we're just gonna make it more targeted.
Okay, okay.
Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say no. Ayes have it, motion carries. The form of motion recommended approval, first reading of the listed board policies and procedures. Can I have a motion to approve the board policies and procedures?
So moved, Mary Redmond.
Is there a second?
Isn't it just noted? I think
Steve, you're second.
the first reading is just noted. Yeah, that's my fault. The verbiage there.
End of report. Steve?
Okay. All right, so I trust that all the board members received the November newsletter, ACTI. And I just wanted to highlight some of that report from Sean. They're starting to actively send a report out every month of what's going on with ACTI. And I want to highlight some potential new programs that they're looking at. They're looking at HVAC, electrical, mechanics, advanced manufacturing, cosmetology, small engine repair, cloud-based networking services, logistics, automotive technology, welding, veterinarian technology, auto collision and repair, CDL and pre-CDL. And they really want to talk about just how they can see to more serve the community. They've had, the JOC's received input from local businesses asking if, put out a wish list and say if we could have a wish list of what businesses would help, what classes within ACTI to be able to meet those businesses' needs. Some of this is part of their input back to us to see, what would this look like if we were to try to, in the future, look at integrating this. It's just, we're just planning and looking and to see how this could even work to the current programs. Also, I want to make everybody aware that once a month, the ACTI has a luncheon that they do international cuisines, different countries they focus on. This month, we're looking at the country of Mexico in the certain dishes that they have in their culture, and they're having that at the culinary luncheon, and this is all done by the students, and you can participate in that, go on their website, be able to sign up, and seating is limited, first come, first serve. I've been to one so far, and I tell you, they do a great job. It's awesome. We are having a JOC meeting next week. There's some new updated information that's going to come to us that I will be able to present in my next report. End of report.
Everything you listed, is that gonna replace what they have now?
They-
You listed a lot.
I know. Like I said, they sent out a November report as a newsletter to all the participating district book board members. This is something to get everybody thinking about. What does this look like? Get people to give input and, grants, facility grants, all
Would
this.
it replace what they have now?
They have what they have now currently in the system that's approved, but they're looking as they go down the road to add to.
So they would keep what they have now?
Yes, yes.
Okay, any other questions? So at this time, the board needs to appoint the 2026 representative and alternate for the ACTI JOC. I'd like to open the floor for nominations for the ACTI representative. So you nominate Steve River. Are there any other nominations? Great. Can I have a motion to close nominations?
So moved.
Seconded, Dwayne Sullivan.
All in favor of closing nominations, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say no. Nominations are closed.
We need an alternate.
We're going to do, we'll do it first. All in favor of Steve Yurder serving as the ACTI JOC representative, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say no. Steve, congratulations.
Thank you.
Can I have, open the floor for nominations for a ACTI alternate representative?
I nominate Janelle.
Nomination, is there any other nominations? close nominations?
So moved, Diane Brennan.
Is there a second?
Second, Daniel Brennan.
All in favor of closing nominations, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say no. Nominations are closed. All in favor of Janelle Rester serving as the ACTI alternate, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say no. Ayes have it. Congratulations, Janelle. Nothing to report from DSBA. Dr. Moyer.
Thank you, Mr. President. Just a few things. I know it's getting late. We'll be quick. It's come to my attention that on social media, the school's district calendar, along with events and locations, are on there. Just wanted to give a heads up to everyone. If you want to make sure that you have a 100% accurate information, go to our district's website. Sometimes it's necessary for locations to change, or the event might change or be rescheduled and so on. And if you're totally going by what you're seeing on social media, you may not be getting 100% accurate information. Thank you. Secondly, on December 5th, there was an op-ed in the Gettysburg Times that was accurate, regarding an article entitled "Victory for Education." I'm just going to read quickly a couple of the excerpts from that. The cyber charter reforms enacted in the recent school code reflect the tireless advocacy and strategic vision of Susan Spix, whose leadership was pivotal in achieving these historic changes. The reforms, which received unanimous support in the PA Senate and overwhelmingly bipartisan backing in the House, mark a significant victory for public education in Pennsylvania and demonstrate what is possible when stakeholders unite across party lines for common good. Under these new reforms, changes to the cyber charter tuition calculation are expected to reduce district payments to cyber charters by over $178 million annually to schools across the Commonwealth, freeing up critical resources for classrooms and reducing pressure on local property taxes. Also, these cyber charters now have to verify students' residency, and also there's an enhanced attention on attendance, truancy, and wellness policies for that. Looking ahead, ongoing vigilance will be needed to ensure that cyber charter operators fully comply with these new standards. This isn't a perfect situation, but it's a whole lot better than what we've had in the past to hold these cyber charters accountable. I have no problem with cyber charters existing or with us competing with cyber charters. I do have a problem with us being overcharged for their services. That's where I struggle. Talking with our business manager, we anticipate a savings for us. This is a ballpark figure right now, but pretty conservatively a savings of about $350,000 for Littlestown School District, which is no chump change. I'll put it that way. Thirdly, I want to thank the PTO parents and the hard work this past week that they've done with our holiday shop. We have a lot of service organizations that are doing great things during this time of year, which is wonderful, but this PTO shop, I don't know if I'm pointing in the right direction or not. My sense of direction is bad. I also would like to commend board member Jeannie Ewan for all the volunteer time that she's been putting in there this past week. It's been a fantastic program for our kids. Tonight is the culminating night, I think. Am I right, Joel?
Yeah.
The culminating night, and this is the night the parents get to go in and do their shopping and so on. And then whatever's not bought up or whatever will be either donated or packaged for next school year. Fourthly, this board, we are planning a board workshop tomorrow evening. Mostly we want to work on onboarding of our board and reminding you of important things that we need to run as a team. And then also we want to have some goal setting. We feel it's really important that everybody participate in that. I want to thank those of you that have gotten back to me so far and confirmed your attendance. Donna, Dwayne, I promise I won't harass you anymore after this tonight. Donna, are you able to attend tomorrow evening?
I don't know at this time, but I will definitely
Okay, thank you. Our time is 5 o'clock, and we're in the conference room here at ACES. We hope you can attend. Dwayne, are you able to attend tomorrow evening?
I'm not able to attend.
Okay, thank you, all right. Let's see, number 5, and my final thing. This is our last public meeting before Christmas and New Year's. On behalf of everyone here associated with Littlestown Area School District, we hope everybody, all of you here in attendance, live streaming virtually, you have a relaxing, a fun, and a blessed Christmas and New Year. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Moyer. Question on the retreat. I know that Dr. Moyer and myself have sent multiple communications. Is there a reason why there were no responses, Mr. Sullivan and Ms. Bayless? Did you see our emails? Did you get our contacts? I'm just making sure that our emails are going through and that you guys are set up properly.
I've seen a few of them. I said earlier this evening I've had internet problems, but.
I also called and left a message and texted you and so on. So for future reference, we'd really appreciate that courtesy of letting us know so we can plan. Thank you.
Old business items are noted.
Nick, on that, can I just make a point on the monthly enrollment report? Since Mr. Moran's sitting here, I've noticed we're really down on students. I really got concerned when we were down to 1700s, but now we're down to 1688. What really concerns me is we're 37 students in your school this year alone so far. It's very concerning to me because as we are moving the middle school to the high school, we've come down in students in this district. And that concerns me. Because the reason I say that is I brought it up before. I feel that we're walking into a conundrum because we're prepping for something to happen that's going the other way. And with all the senior homes being built, more senior homes, I think we're going to have more seniors than we're going to have parents with children at this point. It's looking that way. And it's very concerning considering we have this big addition and, you know, because eventually all your students are going to move up into the middle school and from there to, well, they're going to be in the high school, I should say. I need to correct myself on that. And it's just concerning to me. The district is losing students like crazy, and especially in the elementary school. I would be less concerned if it was in high school, but being it's in the foundation of our district, and I consider, Mr. Moran, you be the foundation of our district, because that's usually what happens when you bring students into the elementary school. They usually stay, usually. They go all the way up through, usually. And so it concerns me. I just wanted to bring that up, to make a note since you were sitting here. Do you have any concerns? Because you see it firsthand. I mean, is this something that we're doing, or is this something that's just happening?
I mean, obviously, we're a small community.
Correct.
And we are limited on housing, and to your point, that the 55 and older community is a growing population in their schools. So the trend is, you're correct, the trend is that enrollment is going down across the district. Is there a specific reason that I'm aware of? Actually, no.
Yeah.
What I know is as each kindergarten class has come in, that number has dropped compared to our older students. So, you know, but I don't think there's a correlation to anything that we're doing inside the building.
Correct. I didn't say it, yeah.
You know,
I was worried about the outside forces, that's all.
Dwayne, I'm confused with the statement you made. You said that we are prepping for something that's going the other way. What are we prepping for?
Well, because, and let me give you a little bit of reference to what I'm saying, and I'll explain, Nick, if you would just indulge me for a second. When Christopher Bigger was here, we had a very good conversation, me and Christopher Bigger, before I was on the board, about Alloway Creek. And what he said to me was he slammed the, I shouldn't say slammed, he put the feasibility study down on the table, and he said to me, Dwayne, when we did Alloway Creek, this is a true story, he says, we thought we were going to have 3,000 students. He said, and he literally looked at me and says, Dwayne, we didn't even get close to that. If I'd have known that, we'd have never done Alloway Creek. And he actually did say that to me. That's a true story. So I'm concerned that when we started the high school, middle school project, I'm not saying it wasn't needed, that we're chasing the same thing we chased with Alloway Creek, to where we're building onto the building, we're making the building nicer, and then we're losing the very students we put in it.
So what I'll say, Mr. Sullivan, from what my understanding of observing the past multiple years of this project, these have been consolidation projects. We're consolidating our middle school and high school buildings
Correct.
into a less square foot facility that is going to be more energy efficient and more cost effective to the district because of a declining student population.
Yeah.
Correct. And while I understand that aspect of it, my problem is when you look at $58.5 million and you look at 1,700 students, you sit there, it just doesn't equal out very well. It's like building a McDonald's for 3 customers. I know I'm being facetious, but that's what it feels like to me. Because $58.5 million is a lot of money to spend when we're losing students. So each student is costing us more because of the amount of money that we have to pay. So most of the seniors are going to foot the bill. They're going to foot the bill for this project because it doesn't get paid off to 2051.
The project was approved long before.
No, I'm not blaming you. I'm not
So we
blaming
can't
you.
relitigate the
No,
project.
but I'm just saying, it cost effective wise, you know, when you start spending money, I understand the consolidation. I'm not disagreeing with you with the consolidation. That is a good economy thing. I'm just saying that looking at the amount of money that this district's spending and then we're losing students, it concerns me. That's all I'm saying. It just concerns
Well,
me.
we don't get money per student. Now,
No,
what
I
hurts us
understand.
is when we get into people sending their kids to cyber charter, and that's why we
Correct.
want to compete and keep those students here.
Correct.
But in terms of just losing students because there are less kids out there that are of age to be in school, that doesn't affect the district's budget. So, we don't lose money because it's not like we get paid for every student that's here. The students that are, it's not like cyber charter and we're paying tuition.
Yes.
So we get, our local income comes from the property taxes, which stays.
I can tell you that my neighborhood alone, my son grew up, and all the students grew up with him, and now they're all older and off to college and stuff, and no new families are moving in, so, or having more children, so there's nothing we can do about that.
Correct.
And
I
we want to
didn't say we
attract people to
could.
move here, we want to be a
Correct.
wonderful district and a wonderful education, but I want to be very clear that if there's nothing that our educators are doing
No.
that's causing people to leave. the
No,
district.
I didn't say that. Please don't say I implied that. I
But,
didn't.
and I believe that whether you agree with the building project having been approved or not, it was done so in a consolidation effort, so it wasn't done so expecting more students because they were actually expecting less. So, any other comments on the old business?
Actually, just a question. So, the high school, I don't know the answer to this question, that's why I'm asking it, and I'm not sure who to direct it to, so I'm just directing it to you, and then you can farm it out, okay?
Yep.
So on the high school, when we put the high school in, and we did all the renovation to all of the classrooms, not all, most of them, and we're doing electrical all the time in there now, are we putting, motion sensor switches on the light switches? Because when we leave here, usually, that I've noticed, in the evenings, 9:30, whatever time we get out, the high school's lit up like a wonderful Christmas tree building. And when I look at the monthly reports, I think our last electric bill was over $27,000.
I think they leave
So
the lights
just-
on purpose because it's a construction site.
Yeah, for security
No.
purposes.
And you're
Yeah.
talking in the building, really?
Yeah.
Yes.
In the classrooms?
Yes, because contractors are all throughout the buildings for security purposes to visually be able to see who's in and
So
out.
the cameras will work at night.
Yes. And yes, we do have motion sensors, and I reported to the board that through those energy saving efforts, we did get rebates back to put those energy efficient fixtures in.
And what was the approximate
Uh,
on there?
It was close to 60 or 70,000 with the two. Victor is working on phase 3. He has the company come in and they assessed phase 3, and they're incorporating our window replacement, energy efficient window replacement into that as well. So we should see a rebate or additional rebate with that facilitation with the facility grant as well. So that should be coming in subsequent months, and I can report that out.
So when you say the two, can you tell me what the two, what that means?
So sorry, I can't.
Oh, phase 1 and 2?
Phase 1, we got a rebate check for our efforts in phase 1, and then phase 2, now that we're getting close to substantial completion with phase 3, we had that company come out and assess those efforts, and they'll